British comedian and actor Russell Brand was granted bail today after making his first court appearance. About a month ago, British prosecutors charged Brand with several counts, including rape, indecent assault, oral rape, and sexual assault.
The world watched with bated breath as Russell Brand walked out of the courtroom, having been granted bail amid the explosive charges leveled against him. Once known for his edgy humor, outlandish public persona, and sharp political commentary, Brand now finds himself at the center of a legal saga that has captivated not only his fans but the wider media landscape. The man who built a career on challenging authority and questioning narratives is now facing one of the toughest chapters of his life, a very public courtroom battle with his freedom and reputation on the line. As reporters swarmed the courthouse steps, Brand maintained the composed, slightly defiant look that fans and critics alike have come to expect. The bail hearing was not just a formality. It was a glimpse into how the legal system plans to handle a case already swirling in controversy, speculation, and heated public debate. Though the court granted him conditional bail, the decision came after a tense session packed with legal arguments, witness statements, and a media frenzy that refused to back down. For those unfamiliar with the background, Brand is facing serious allegations that have sparked global outrage and widespread discussion. While the exact details of the charges remain under strict legal protection, sources close to the case have confirmed that they involve multiple complainants and accusations spanning several years. This isn't just another celebrity scandal. This case has profound implications for public discourse around power, consent, and accountability in the entertainment industry. In the courtroom, the atmosphere was thick with anticipation. Journalists lined the back, whispering into their recorders and scribbling down notes. Brand's legal team came prepared, led by a high-profile defense attorney known for handling celebrity cases with surgical precision. The prosecution didn't hold back either, presenting their initial arguments forcefully, underscoring the gravity of the charges and pushing back against bail. Yet, after hours of back and forth, the judge ruled that Brand could be released under strict conditions. A decision that sparked immediate debate both inside the courtroom and across social media. One key highlight from the hearing was the prosecution's insistence that Brand's high profile could pose a risk of influencing public perception or intimidating potential witnesses. They argued that his massive online following, bolstered by millions of YouTube subscribers and social media fans, could be weaponized even unintentionally to sway narratives. The defense, however, countered this fiercely, claiming that Brand had every right to continue his online presence and asserting that no evidence suggested he intended to interfere with the legal process. Let me throw this your way. Have we ever seen a case where a celebrity's digital influence became such a sticking point in a bail hearing? It's a new kind of legal territory, one where fame isn't just a status symbol but a potential liability in the eyes of the law. The courtroom battle over Brand's social media presence could set precedents for how future cases involving public figures are handled, especially in this era where a single post can sway millions. Another gripping moment came when Brand himself addressed the court, not in a lengthy monologue but with a simple, clear statement reaffirming his intent to comply fully with legal procedures. His words, though brief, it was a rare glimpse of Brand stripped of his usual bravado, a man facing the reality of serious accusations and the weight of public scrutiny. Observers noted that while he maintained his signature poise, there was an unmistakable gravity in his demeanor that marked a stark contrast to his usual on-screen charisma. The bail conditions themselves were no mere slap on the wrist. Brand was ordered to surrender his passport, abide by strict travel restrictions, and report regularly to a designated station. Additionally, there were sharp warnings against making any public statements that could be construed as commentary on the case. These conditions underscore just how seriously the court is treating both the allegations and the potential media influence surrounding them. You've got to wonder, can a celebrity like Russell Brand really separate his public persona from his private legal battle in today's hyper-connected world? Or is the expectation of silence itself part of the pressure cooker environment high-profile defendants now face? It's a question that lingers as the media speculates about Brand's next moves and how his legal team plans to handle both the courtroom and the court of public opinion. Social media reactions exploded within minutes. Hashtags like #RussellBrandCase for Justice for All and Fast Celebrity Accountability trended across platforms, reflecting the polarized opinions surrounding the case. Some fans rallied in support, citing Brand's years of activism and questioning the timing of the allegations. Others condemned any defense of him, pointing to the broader conversation about power dynamics and accountability in the entertainment industry. The digital debate became a reflection of the wider cultural clash over celebrity culture justice, and this firestorm, several public figures weighed in, some with caution, others more boldly. Fellow comedians, activists, and even a few politicians voiced their thoughts, some calling for due process, others warning against trial by media. The spectrum of reactions underscores how complicated the intersection of fame, justice, and public discourse has become. And make no mistake, this isn't just a tabloid story, it's a cultural flashpoint that touches on deeper issues society is still grappling with. Inside the courtroom, legal experts observed that this case could set a new tone for how high-profile defendants are handled. The judge's insistence on strict bail conditions suggests a move toward balancing fairness with accountability. Analysts noted that while Brand hasn't been convicted of any crime, the court is signaling a zero-tolerance stance on potential interference with justice. It's a delicate dance, preserving the rights of the accused while maintaining confidence in the legal process, especially in cases played out under the relentless spotlight of the media. But what can we expect from the next hearing? Legal commentators predict a fierce battle over evidence admissibility, witness lists, and pre-trial motions. The prosecution is expected to double down, presenting more concrete details and perhaps seeking further restrictions on Brand's activities. Meanwhile, the defense is likely to challenge every procedural point, aiming to protect Brand's rights and preserve his public image as much as possible. It's shaping up to be a legal showdown with both sides bracing for a long, hard fight. The looming question now is how this will impact Brand's career and public life. In recent years, Brand reinvented himself as a voice of political dissent, questioning mainstream narratives and positioning himself as a truth teller in a world of spin. His online platforms became a hub for discussions on power, control, and societal structures. Now, those very discussions are being turned back on him. Can he continue as a commentator on justice while navigating his own legal battle? Or will this case redefine how audiences see him, regardless of the outcome? As we've seen with other celebrities, legal battles of this magnitude don't just fade away. They become part of a public figure's legacy, sometimes overshadowing decades of work. Think about past high-profile cases involving entertainers and the lasting impact on their careers. The scrutiny, the relentless media attention, and the societal judgment don't end with the trial. For Brand, this chapter is likely to follow him long after the final verdict is read, and this begs a bigger question. Are we witnessing a shift in how society holds celebrities accountable? In the wake of the Me Too movement and heightened public awareness of power abuse, there seems to be less tolerance for overlooking allegations simply because of a person's fame. Brand's case, regardless of its eventual outcome, is adding fuel to that conversation. It's a stark reminder that fame doesn't place anyone above the law, and that the public is watching closer than ever. If you want more deep dives into celebrity court cases, shocking trials, and the stories behind the headlines, stick around for our next video. We're unpacking another high-profile case that's turning heads worldwide, and you won't want to miss the details.